Tell you something. If your steel company went union tomorrow, everything that's been done to you will evaporate the next day. It'll be all gone.
Absolutely. They're threatening.
Absolutely.
They basically have said that and threatened that. How dare you say you will deem them worthy?
Thugs.
Right.
Worthy? How worthy are you to make this judgment, sir, I ask you?
What is your payroll? Or can you tell?
It's kind of personal.
I mean, maybe it's personal, but it's got to be in the millions of dollars, and it's being pumped into this economy. And if you go galt and pack up and leave, guess what?
How dare they? How dare you, Salt?
Matt Drozd and Chuck McCullough were saying the exact same thing. They're saying, how can you take a thriving business and decimate them based on absolutely no facts? It's simply for political advantages.
I'll tell you what, when phone calls made to Dan Onorado's office, this has to be overturned, and we have got to call county council. This is an outrage. This is wrong. It's absolutely wrong on so many levels.
It's mob rule.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Thuggery.
It's a bully. It's a bully tactic. And we have never backed down. And to have every member of our shop show up at both meetings, and sit through the entire
Your
thing.
employees were there, right?
Every single one of them.
You know
every single one of them.
Well, here's Allegheny County Council's phone number, 412-350-6490. That's 412-350-6490. 350-6490. And I'm asking, and also find out Onorado's direct line number and give him a call. This is wrong.
Well, it really
is
yeah.
wrong. This is an outrage. And at this time in our countries, we are hurting economically, and you want to do this to a company? Are you kidding me?
Well, how dare they succeed?
How many employees do you have?
Well, at W&K Steel, we have 50, and then we have a non-union erection firm, and that has 50. So you're talking about 100 people that they're impacting their livelihoods, not just the person, but their entire family.
How dare you people? This is what we need during this economic time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. This is what you can expect from the left, and that's who runs this town.
That is who runs this town. So let me remind you who the players are. Mm-hmm. Council President Rich Fitzgerald, Democrat, Squirrel Hill, also a candidate for county executive.
I was talking to a guy I know from the FBI who had a friend in the FBI transferred to Pittsburgh, to Allegheny County. You know what he told him? He said, in Chicago, they're corrupt, but at least they try to hide it. He said down here they just do it out in the open.
They sure do, don't they?
They sure do.
Yeah,
they really do.
Yeah.
Celeste, we want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me every single day what's happening. Just send your email to me, okay? Put it in real big print, who you are, so I see it in the subject line. I want to know every day what's happening. And I really hope, I know our listeners, they are good people. They will make those phone calls on your behalf to Dan Onorado and to Allegheny County Council.
And for those of you listening on XM 158 and also on our affiliate stations, understand something. This is going to be tried everywhere.
That's right.
All right. So stand by. You could be the next target.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the scary part, is that it's just like a witch hunt. I mean, there is no facts. There is just simple hearsay, and we have facts. We have all the facts. We have letters, the invitation from Bloomley and Gusky. I have our OSHA logs, which show, we had 119,000 days, between 2007 and 2010 of working days with all the people in our shop. They missed 17 days.
Celeste, facts don't matter to the left.
That's the scary part. That's so true.
I
couldn't have said it any better. No, it doesn't. They just create their own facts, and they say them over and over and over again and think people are stupid enough to believe them.
That's what the White House does. That's what everybody's doing.
They all do it.
Yeah.
This is the Alinsky left.
That's their MO.
Uh-huh.
Allegheny County Council, 412-350-6490. Celeste, pray. Because sometimes that's what you need is divine intervention, okay?
St. Jude is definitely being invoked.
All right.
Is there another hearing coming up?
No, that was it.
That was it.
That was it. They've been deemed a sweatshop, especially where Allegheny County is concerned, right, in terms of receiving jobs from Allegheny County.
If you appeal it, will there be a hearing?
That's what there's no other company has ever been deemed a sweatshop. We are the first one.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank you. Thank you. And so when I asked our attorney that question, he didn't know.
Yeah.
But I do know that we do plan on looking at suing over defamation of character.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
And, harm of business.
Now, listen, and also you say that Dan Honorado can have this overturned.
Yes, he can, and we really need people to go out there and call him and to say, this is wrong. This is an injustice.
Maybe they need to show up. Maybe this looks like a job for the Tea Party.
Perhaps it is.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is.
I would welcome that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'll put you in. I'll just make sure you stay in touch with me.
Okay.
And anybody that wants to help, I will put in touch with you.
That would
All right?
be wonderful.
Okay,
yeah,
sweetie.
I really appreciate it.
God bless you. Pray to God, too.
I will.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
What an outrage.
I am sickened by that. Absolutely sickened by it.
You know, what country is this?
Here she just needs, when you're a small business owner, your focus is entirely, I grew up in a family where we owned our own businesses, where my dad had a design shop and my mother had a women's clothing store. That your focus even as a family is entirely on that business, and to be pulled aside from the business of the day so that your family survives and your employees survive to focus on this baloney, this BS, it's unbelievable to me why anybody would do that to a company.
I wonder how many cities have sweatshop
laws. And shame on those two employees.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
How many cities have sweatshop laws? Excuse me, but when was the last time there were sweatshops in America? We're talking Studs Terkel here. What kind of, far
please,
out of it is
come
that?
on.
This is nothing more than a legal trick to beat somebody bloody for succeeding without the help of liberals.
Unbelievable.
We'll be right back. Hey, maybe somebody out there could send Rich Fitzgerald a copy of Atlas Shrugged, because he's in it. 1-800-507-1047.
A lot of people have emailed us asking us to repeat the name of the company. We were speaking to and with Celeste Wilhelm, Wilhelm, Celeste Wilhelm, and their company is W&K Steel. W&K Steel. In fact, here's somebody that's familiar with the company right now calling in, Brian from Pittsburgh. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Hey, I wanted to say that I've actually been to that place, and yeah, it's kind of a what's the word I'm looking for?
It's kind of steel mill.
Yeah, it's a steel mill. Yeah. Well, I did want to say though that they are probably one of three businesses in Rankin, and one is a public school. So unless you want everybody in Rankin to be unemployed, I'd say keep it open.
Yeah, really. Look what's happened to. They finally got some business going over there, and they want to destroy it.
Yeah. Well, you go on the other side of the street, and you got Braddock. So
Yeah.
Wow, that used to be a fabulous town, but no longer. But yeah.
No.
Okay, and that's because we continue to destroy all industry. Thank you so much, Brian, for calling in. By the way, the number for the for Dan Honorado, who can overturn this, is 412-350-6500.
Maybe we should get her attorney. I wonder if he would talk on the air and talk about because one of the many outrages in this is, first of all, that there's a sweatshop law in the first place. Because God only knows what that means. Now, who decides what a sweatshop is?
It's got to be antiquated, right?
My God, yes, of course. There's no children working out there with women getting their hair caught in the gears. Come on.
Well, she said that that the criteria was not met on any point.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk to the lawyer. I want to find out what these 8 criteria are, and because if they didn't meet any of the 8 criteria, then how in the world could they be deemed to be a sweatshop? Somebody please explain that to me. How could they do that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
All right. What's the number over there for Honorado's office?
Honorado's number is 412-350-6500. It breaks my heart, Jim. We talk about small business being the backbone of this country, and all that they're up against. Between losing tax breaks and everything else, and to see something like this, a deliberate attempt to put them out of business, for God's sake.
Well, no, it's an attempt to make them go union. That's what they really
but you know
want.
What if they don't? Just like that guy said, they have they can redeem themselves.
Yeah, redeem themselves. We'll be right back.